In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a beautiful homepage hero section, half static image and half video. And we'll do all of that with Elementor Pro. Hello, I'm your host Casino from Casino.com. I'm the digital alchemist, and today I'm going to show you how to create this beautiful homepage hero section with a static image on the left hand side, and as you can see on the right hand side we have a beautiful video. Now of course it works beautifully on the tablet, and as you may imagine it looks beautiful on the mobile too. Now if we go back on the homepage, as you can see here on the left hand side we have a play button, and when we click on it, it opens a video pop-up. Now I'll show you the video in a moment if you're interested, but if we close this pop-up, if we take a look here at the top right corner, you can see I have a very specific navigation, very original navigation. And if you're interested in how to create this beautiful navigation, well, it's your lucky day because I already created a tutorial, and of course you find the link for this tutorial in the description below. Now, going back to the video pop-up, I'm actually going to show you the trailer that I created, because even though this is a tutorial, this is for a real life project, because as you may know, not too long ago, I became a certified drone pilot. So I'm going to show you the trailer, but if you want to skip it, just skip it 1 minute and 40 seconds. It's really short, but if you want to go straight to the tutorial, feel free to do so. So I hope that you enjoyed the drone footage, and now let's get started. Okay, next let's talk about what you need for this tutorial. So I'm using the Astra theme, the free version, so you may as well install it if you want to follow along. And then in terms of plugins, I'm using Elementor and Elementor Pro. And if you're serious about web design and you don't have Elementor Pro yet, you'll find a handy link in the description below. Now, the only reason why I recommend Elementor Pro is because I absolutely love it and recommend it all the time. And it gives a little kickback if you purchase through my link. And that, my friend, allows me to keep on creating free content just for you. Okay, next we need another plugin called Elementor Add-on Elements that you see right here. As you can see, I already clicked installed and then activate. Now, once you've done that, you will see here in the left panel, you will see Elementor Add-on Elements. Just click on it and then you will see this panel here. Now, by default, everything is enabled. So you want to disable everything except the wrapper link. And you'll understand later because we'll use this to make our columns clickable. So once you're okay, click on Save Changes and you're done. Now, we'll also be using an exciting free video service, but more about that later. Now, one of the keys if you want this to be impactful is to choose complementary photo and video. Now on the left hand side, this is the stock image, just because I didn't have the time to recreate actually the exact same one because I really like this one, so I just picked this one. Now on the right hand side, as you can see me here in the video. I actually went and shot some drone shots and I created the video. Now this is a really short video. I think it's like 30 seconds. I have 3 segments of 10 seconds. You could do 2 segments of 10 seconds, or you can just get stock video and then you can have an already made video, or you can edit it yourself with an editing tool. We'll see that in a moment. So the first thing I encourage you to do is to create a mood board. And in case you don't know, a mood board is just a collection of visuals that you actually want to implement in your website, not exactly as is. It's just an inspiration. So if you take a look here at this mood board, I like this website because I really like the split view left and right. So that really inspired me for my website. And here I like the image with the text on top. Here I got another collection of visuals. Here you can see the inspiration for the hero section, but also for the navigation, which I talked about. Here we have some other sections, as you can see. And then we got this one here. And this really inspired me even further. So I already knew I wanted a split layout, but this really gave me the inspiration because one of these is a video. I can't remember if it's the left or the right hand side, but that's where I got the inspiration from, and that's how it started. Now, when it comes to the photos, you may already know my process, but just in case you didn't know, I'm quickly going to show you. So this is one of the stock images that I downloaded, and now let me show you. So the original image is this one here. It's about 10 megabytes, okay? Almost 11 megabytes. That's huge. That's a big no, okay? So what I do next, I go into Affinity Photo, and then first of all, I'm going to save for the web. I'm going to export the image. I'm going to pick JPEG, and then I'm going to start playing with the slider. So this is my first optimization. Basically, at this stage, I'm trying to aim maximum 400 kilobytes. Now with some exceptions, but let's say maximum 400 kilobytes. So here with 90, I have 329, which is great. I could even go above, 92 or even more. So that's the first part. I'm going to export this, but I've already done it. So let me show you. So that was the original image, almost 11 megabytes. This is the first optimization. So my image is called image-12 and it's 330 kilobytes. So that's a huge reduction. So once we've done that, then I'm going to use a tool called Squoosh. It's actually a website, squoosh.app. It's made by Google. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the image. Okay, and next I'm going to select WebP. So the WebP format is now native in WordPress if you have the latest installs. And then when it comes to quality, I'm going to choose 80. And as you can see, we have an 80% reduction of the size. This is crazy. So now it's 64 kilobytes. And let me show you, I already saved this one. So image-12 WebP, and it's 64 kilobytes. This is crazy, but that's going to make your website faster. And yes, you need to do this for each and every image, but it's totally worth it in the long run. Next, when it comes to video, I edited my own footage, but don't worry, you can totally go to his stock video website and just get a video as is. But just in case you're wondering, I created my own video with Final Cut Pro. So a collection of various clips that I took, and I just edited this video. Now, once I edited the video, it's kind of the same process. I'm going to try to shrink the size. Now, if you're uploading on a platform where it's unlimited, it doesn't really matter. But as we'll see later, when I'm going to use the other video platform that I use, then the size is quite important because there you have limited disk space. And in this case, you want to use a free software called Handbrake. So just type Handbrake reduce videos, and the URL is handbrake.fr. That's a free software, just download it. And then once you install and open it, it's going to ask you which file you want to actually handbrake or reduce. So I'm going to pick this one here, click on open. Okay, so now you generated the preview. So now you got the various settings here. So here it says 1080p and 30 frames per second. I don't want that. So you can click on the dimensions tab and you can change that to whatever size you want. So in my case, I want 4K, let's say. Then I got the filters. I don't actually touch that. Then the video encoder, I just want to change the frame rate because I know that my video is 25 images per second. Once again, if you're not going to edit your own video, don't worry about this. But just in case you want to know how to reduce the file size, this is the way to do it. You can also play with the audio quality, you can add subtitles and so on. Once you're happy, just click on start and it's going to start encoding your file. Now, in the case of this video, I went from an original file size of 650 megabytes to 250 megabytes, and that was a 4K file. Now, this video is the video that you can see here when you click on the play button and it opens up a video pop-up. Now, for the video that you see here in the background, it's a completely different project and it's much smaller because it's 30 seconds. Now, like I said, I could even have made it like 20 seconds because here I got 3 clips of 10 seconds. I could have made it like 2 clips of 10 seconds. You get the idea. Now, going back to this video player, as you can see, this is not the typical Elementor widget that you can use to have like YouTube or Vimeo Pro. This is another service, and I told you I will tell you about this. So the service is called Vadu TV, and of course you find the link in the description below, but fear not, because there's a free version, and even the free version is really great. So really, you got nothing to risk. Now, what I love about this service, at least at the time of recording this video, is that first of all, the builders of this tool, they're really listening to the community, as we'll see in a moment, but you can ask for some features and they implement features so fast. I'm really baffled. I'm really surprised. Next, what I like is the pricing. Like I said, even the free plan is great, but even if you get the paid plans, it's really cheap, and I will also show you that in a moment. Now, for the rest, I got so many features, I don't know where to start, but let's take a look. So first of all, professional video hosting, and by professional, it means ad-free, and that's very important. When you want to show your services or your products, you don't want ads from other companies, so that's key and very, very important. Next, it's got a customizable video player, and you saw that because here I picked the branding color, so I could really tailor it to my needs, change the color, change even the play icon, and there are many more things you can actually do. Now, if we take a look at their website, as you can see, you can even password protect your videos, and I know that many of you would want that. Of course, you got a high quality player, and you can also embed the videos anywhere. Next, you can create video landing pages on the fly, and that's great. And you can even embed the video in emails. Now, granted, it's only an animated GIF, but that's really good for conversion. When you get those emails, it makes you want to click. Now, if you go further down the page, you can see you can share the videos as messages. Next, you can convert your videos into video chat bubbles. You know, those little bubbles that you can see here at the bottom right corner, and actually you see someone moving. So I wouldn't use that in every situation, but in some situations, it's really great, especially on landing pages where you want to interact with your customer. So you can embed it on your website, of course, and you can also use it as a one-to-one communication so that users can actually respond with a video. They can click and they can upload their own video. Next, in the same perspective, you can collect video testimonials, and it's really easy. Even for people that don't know too much about tech, it's so easy. Everything happens in the browser. Now, as I just mentioned moments ago, you can actually secure your videos. You can do it with a password protect, or even better, with domain security. Now, this does not come with the free plan, but with any paying plan, you get this feature, and it's really great, especially if you're going to do online courses, that kind of stuff. You can really protect your videos. Now, cherry on the cake, it's also got a screen recorder if you want to record your screen or webcam or both. Now, second cherry on the cake, you can also use Vadu TV for podcasting. You can upload a podcast, host it on a page or a podcast channel, or distribute it using your RSS feed. And third cherry on the cake, they got a very active community. Now, when it comes to the pricing, they have a really aggressive pricing because they're free, starter, pro, and advanced. Now, even the starter is only $10 per month, and all the way up to advanced is only $39 per month. Now, you may find that this is a lot, but let me show you the competition before I show you the features. So this is Wistia, which is a well-known player in that industry, and they got great quality. But look at this. So they also have a free plan, but I tried the free plan. You only get 3 videos, up to 250 channel subscriber, yada, yada, yada. Then the pro plan is $99 per month. Okay, and for more than pro, it's contact us. They wouldn't even put the price there because, hey, it's enterprise solution level. But what's in the pro plan in Wistia? Wistia is like, okay, you get 10 free videos. It's a pro plan. But if I recall right, and yeah, it's here actually at the bottom. So as many video or audio files as you need for 25 cents per month and per file. They forgot to mention that, if I recall. So you pay the $99 per month, and then on top of that, once you've passed the 10 free videos or podcast episodes, then you need to pay 25 cents per month and per additional file. Now, in perspective, just with the free plan of Vadu TV, you get 10 videos or audios. So basically what you get in the Pro plan on Wistia. Then you get 1 gigabyte of storage, and you don't get that many more features. But hey, if you want to build a website for a client, you need to have a nice ad-free video, then it's great. You can use this. Now, in the free version, you don't get the unbranded video player, so it will say Vadu TV. But if you want to remove that, you can go to the starter plan. It's only $10 per month. You get unlimited videos and audios with a disk space limit of 50 gigabytes, which is huge, especially if you use Handbrake. As I showed you, you can reduce the file size. Then you get the unbranded video player, you get HLS encryption, domain security, and so on. Now you will still see some branding, especially on the landing pages. And if you want to remove that, go to the Pro plan and so on until you have the full package. But as I said, even with the free plan, it's great. And if you want to remove the branding on the player itself, then go for the starter plan. It's only $10 per month. Like I said, even if you go for the $39 per month deal, it's a crazy deal for what you get. 200 gigabytes unlimited, you get all the features. This is just crazy nice, because it's been years I was looking for such a video service, but everything was expensive. Now, of course, there are alternatives to Wistia, and I don't want to say that Wistia is bad. I'm just saying before Vadu TV, we had a lot of these prices, and Vadu came and really tried to disrupt the industry. Now, as I said, at the time of recording this video, I can recommend Vadu TV, but always do your own research. So like I said, try it for yourself. You got nothing to lose, and you'll find the link in the description below. Now, time to get into WordPress, and let's start by creating our video pop-up. So this is what we want to achieve, so that when we click on the play button, it opens a video pop-up, and then we can play our video. And this is what we currently have. So in WordPress, you want to go to templates, pop-ups, and then you want to click on add new, and I'm going to call it pop-up video. Click on create template. Now we don't want any of this, so let's close this. Click on the plus sign, and we want to create one section with one column. Now before we take care of the section, click on the gear icon at the bottom left corner. Now where it says width, you want to click on VW and type 100. So 100 VW. Now for the rest, we want to remove the overlay. We want to keep the close button. And for the entrance animation, you want to select fade in and then fade out. Now let's do it for the tablet also. Now we also want to use fade in and fade out, and it's already set because it was set on the desktop, but I've seen some bugs happening, so we're just going to reselect it, and same thing for the mobile. Now let's go back into desktop mode, and for the animation duration, we want it to be 0,3. Next, you want to go to the style tab, and where it says background type, I'm going to click on classic, then I'm going to pick the black color, and then next I'm going to click on the close button sub tab. I'm going to pick the white color, and then for the size I'm going to type 25. Okay, next I want to select the section, because here I was dealing with the pop-up settings. So for that, I want to open the navigator. You find the icon here in the bottom left corner. Then I'm going to select my section. Then with my section selected, I make sure that I'm on the layout tab. And then where it says height, I'm going to select minimum height, click on VH and type 100. Next, you want to click on the advanced tab and then unlink the padding values. And I'm just going to change the value. So it's going to be 0 on top, 60 on the right, 0 bottom, 60 left. Then click on the responsive icon. And for the tablet, unlink the values, 0 top, 40 right, 0 bottom, and 40 left. Then select the mobile, unlink the values, 0 top, 20 right, 0 bottom, and 20 left. Now let's go back into the desktop mode. Next, click on the column, then go to the advanced tab and unlink the padding value. So it's going to be 0 all around for all devices. Next, you want to click on the widgets icon, and then I'm just going to type code. And I'm going to drag the HTML code widget here in the middle of the column. And then I'm just going to copy and paste the embed code that I get from Vadu TV. So all I need to do is click on share and copy the code. And next, I'm just going to paste the code here. And as you can see, the video is now available. Now I do have a premium plan, so if I wanted, I could restrict the embed feature per domain, but it wouldn't make sense here because it's a public website. Okay, next you want to click on the widgets icon one more time, and this time I'm going to drag a button widget below the code widget. Then where it says text, I'm going to change the text to close. And for the link, I'm going to click on the dynamic tags icon, then scroll all the way to pop up, click on the wrench icon, and then where it says action, you want to select close pop-up. Now I know we already have a way to close the pop-up at the top right corner, but I just wanted to make sure that it's not frustrating for the viewer so that they can close it right away. That's why I put a button. Okay, next for the alignment, you want to click on the center button. Then you want to click on the style tab. Now for the font, I'm using Poppins. For the color, I want to change the text color to my main color. Now for the background color, I want to make it transparent. So I'm just going to drag the slider all the way to the left. Then close this. Next for the border type, I want to select solid. I want the width to be 1 pixel all around. I want the border color to be my main color. And when it comes to the border radius, I'm just going to type 90. Next, for the padding, I'm just going to unlink the values, and then it's going to be 6 pixels on top, 20 on the right, 6 at the bottom, and 20 on the left. And next, we want to publish our pop-up. So click on publish, and the first time it's going to ask you where you want to display a template. Click on add condition. Now we could keep it on the entire website if you plan to show this on several pages, but in this case, I'm going to select singular and then front page because it's only going to be shown from the front page. Then click on next, and we don't want to touch any of these. Click on save and close, and voila. Okay, so now that we got our pop-up ready, let's take care of our hero section. So in WordPress, you want to go to pages, add new. Now just type the name of the page and then click on publish. Next, click on edit with Elementor. Next, click on the plus sign. And we want to select this structure here with 3 columns, and the first column is 50% and both other columns are 25%. Next, where it says content width, you want to make it full width. Then for the height, you want to select minimum height, click on VH and type 100 VH. Next, for the column position, you want to change it to stretch. Next, click on the style tab, then click on background, classic, and then temporarily we can give it a color so that we can better see what we're working on. So I'm picking a dark color, even though later in this tutorial we'll add the static image and the video. Next, click on the advanced tab, and then you want to unlink the margin and the padding values. Now at this stage you want to open the navigator, and then you want to expand the whole structure, and we're going to start renaming. So column 1 is going to be call 1, column 2 is call 2, and column 3 is called 3. Now select column 1, make sure you are on the layout tab, and then click on the responsive icon at the bottom left corner. Next, you want to click on the tablet sign, and now you want to change the column width to 100. Then click on the mobile sign, and now you want to change the column width also to 100. Now let's go back into tablet mode, click on column 2. This time it's going to be 50%. Then click on the mobile sign, and this time is going to be 100%. Now let's go back into tablet mode, click on column number 3. This time is going to be 50% for the tablet. Then click on the mobile icon, and it's 100% for the mobile. Now let's go back into desktop mode. Next, you want to click on the custom CSS sub-tab, and then you want to go and copy the code from the companion blog post. And of course, you find the link in the description below. Then go back and just paste the code. Now this code is going to help us achieve this layout that you can see right here on the right hand side with the stacked inner sections. Now let's expand our section, then click on column 1. Now where it says vertical align, you want to select bottom, then click on the advanced tab, unlink the padding values, and this time it is going to be 100 on top, 100 on the right hand side, 0 at the bottom, and 0 on the left hand side. Next, click on the responsive icon, select the tablet mode, unlink the values, and this time is going to be 50 on top, 250 on the right, 0 at the bottom, 0 left. Once again, click on the responsive icon, go into mobile mode, unlink the values, and this time is going to be 20 on top, 20 on the right hand side, 0 at the bottom, and 0 on the left. And next, very important, where it says CSS classes, you want to type my-main, and make sure you spell it exactly like that because this is what the CSS code is going to use. Okay, let's zoom back out and let's go back into desktop mode. So now you want to select call 2, then click on the style tab, click on the border sub tab, and for the border tab, you want to select solid, and you want to unlink the width values. It's going to be 0 on top, 1 on the right, 0 at the bottom, and 1 on the left. So in case you're wondering, these are the lines that you can see between the various blocks. Okay, next you want to click on the responsive icon, select the tablet mode, unlink the values, and this time it's going to be 0 top, 1 right, 0 bottom, 0 left. Then once again, click on the responsive icon, select mobile, unlink the values, and this time it's 0 all around. Now you want to go back into desktop mode, and then where it says color, you want to click on the icon, and I'm going to add this code. So FFF, FFF3B. Now feel free to use your own, but that's the one I used. Next, you want to click on the advanced tab, and you want to unlink the padding values. Now at this stage, we don't want to edit column 3, and you'll understand why in a moment. Okay, let me update my page to save my work. Now in case this is the first time you save, it's going to say publish here at the bottom. Just click on publish. In my case, it's update. Okay, next, let's click on the widgets icon, and then I'm going to drag an inner section in column number 2. Next, I want to remove the second column here on top, but because there's the header, you may not be able to do it. So for that, I'm just going to use the navigator. I'm going to expand the structure, and then I'm just going to right click on the second column within the intersection and delete it. Now, I hope that it's not confusing. That's why I said we should rename the columns. So section, column 1, 2, and 3. And then within col 2, we have an intersection, and within that intersection, there is a column. Okay, with that out of the way, let's click on our intersection. Then we want to change the content width to full width. Next, you want to go to style, click on the border subtab, and then where it says border tab, you want to select solid. Then you want to unlink the values. It's going to be 0 top, 0 right, 1 at the bottom, and 0 on the left hand side. And then you want to click on the responsive icon, click on tablet, unlink the values, and this time it's going to be 1 on top, 0 right, 1 at the bottom, and 0 on the left hand side. And now let's go into mobile mode, unlink the values, and this time it's going to be 1 on top, 0 right, 0 bottom, 0 left. Now once again, you want to click on the color icon, and I'm going to use the same color code than previously. Okay, let's zoom back. Next, you want to click on the advanced tab. Then you want to unlink the margin values and unlink the padding values. Then let's go back into desktop mode. And next you want to click on the advanced tab, and we want to unlink the margin values and unlink the padding values so that it's got 0 all around. Okay, that was for the intersection. Next, we want to select the column within the intersection. As you can see here, make sure you are on the layout tab, and where it says vertical align, you want to select bottom in the drop down. Okay, let's zoom back out. Next, you want to click on the style tab, then click on background, classic background, and we're not going to touch this, but you need to do this in order to generate the background overlay subtab. So close the background subtab and open the background overlay. So for the background tab, you want to use classic. The color, we want it to be transparent, so drag the slider all the way to the left, then click on hover, background type classic, and pick any color you want. I'm going to pick my main color, and the opacity should stay at 0.5. Now you can't see right now when I hover over this column because there is no content, but once we start adding widgets, you will see it works fine. Okay, next you want to click on the advanced tab, then where it says padding, you want to type 50 pixels all around. Then you want to go into tablet mode. This time you want to unlink the values. It's going to be 0 top, 0 right, 40 at the bottom, 20 at the bottom, and 40 on the left. Then you want to change to mobile mode, unlink the values, and this time it's going to be 0 top, 0 right, 20 bottom, and 20 left. And next, where it says CSS classes, you want to type my-secondary. And once again, that's very important because this is the class name that is going to be used by the CSS code we entered earlier on. Okay, let's zoom back out and let's go back into desktop mode. Now let's save our work. Okay, now we want to duplicate this intersection. So in the navigator, I'm just going to right click on intersection, click on duplicate, and then I'm going to change the name. So that's going to be intersection 1, and the second one is intersection 2. And as you can see now, they're stacked on top of each other. Now make sure you have intersection 2 selected, then go to the style tab, border, and where it says width, you want to change the values to 0 all around. Then you want to go into tablet mode, and this time it's going to be 0 top, 0 right, 1 bottom, and 0 left. And then you want to go into mobile mode, and this is going to stay as it is. Now let's go back into desktop mode. Let's save our work. And now what you want to do is delete column 3. So I'm going to right click on column 3 and hit delete. Now I want to right click on col 2, click duplicate. Let's rename it to col 3. And now I want to select my section. So with my section selected, I want to go to the layout tab, and then where it says structure, I want to select once again the initial structure. So it's 50% for the first column, then 25, 25. Okay, so now it's reset and looking good. Once again, let's save our work. Okay, next you want to select col 3, then go to the style tab, border, and where it says width, now it's going to be 0 top, 1 right, 0 bottom, and 0 on the left hand side. Then go into responsive mode, tablets, and now it's 0 on the top, 0 on the right, 1 at the bottom, and 0 on the left. Now go into mobile mode, and this one remains the same. Now let's go back into desktop mode and let's save our work. Next, you want to click on the widgets icon, and this time you want to drag an icon widget here in the first column. Then click on the icon to open the library and type play. So I'm going to pick this icon, click on insert. Now for the link, you want to click on the dynamic tags icon, then scroll all the way down to pop up, click on the wrench icon, then click where it says all, and you can start typing the name of your pop-up. Mine was called video. Now let's zoom back out. Next, you want to go to the style tab. For the primary color, I'm going to change it to white. Then I'm going to click on hover, and where it says hover animation, I'm going to click on the drop down and type float and select float. Next, you want to go to the advanced tab. I'm going to unlink the padding values, and you want 0 top, 0 right, 60 at the bottom, and 0 on the left hand side. Then you want to go into responsive tablet mode, unlink the values, and this time is 0 top, 0 right, 20 at the bottom, 0 on the left. Then you want to go into mobile mode and unlink the value so that it's 0 all around. Okay, let's go back into desktop mode, and then still in the advanced tab, you want to click on motion effects, and then where it says entrance animation, you want to select fading down, and then for the animation delay, you want to type 4000. So it's going to be 4000 milliseconds, which is 4 seconds. Okay, next you want to click on the widgets icon once again, and this time you want to drag an inner section just below the button. Next, you want to delete the second column of that inner section. So all you need to do is hover over it, right click and tap delete. But in case you can't reach it, just use the navigator. So make sure you select the inner section within col 1, then right click on the column you want to delete and hit delete. Let's move back out. Okay, now let's make sure that we select our inner section. Then where it says content width, you want it to be full width. And then you want to go to the advanced tab and you want to unlink the margin values and the padding values so that it's 0 all around. Okay, next you want to select your column within the inner section. So here it is for reference. So with your column selected, you want to go to style, background. Then you want to click on background type classic. And for the color, I'm going to pick my main color and I'm just going to make it transparent. So let's say 50% transparency. And next I want to go to the advanced tab. I'm going to unlink the margin values, and then where it says padding values, I'm going to type 60 pixels all around. Then for the padding in responsive mode, let's click on tablet. It's going to be 40 pixels all around. And for the mobile, type 20. And then you want to unlink the values, and only the top value is going to be 30 and all the rest stays at 20. Okay, let's go back into desktop mode. Okay, next you want to click on the widgets icon, and this time you want to drag a heading widget within that column. So I'm just going to replace the text, then click on the style tab, and for the color, I'm going to pick the white color. And next you want to click on typography. I'm using Poppins, and the font size is going to be 43. And then I'm going to go into responsive mode, select the tablet, and this time it's going to be 30. And once again, mobile, and this time it's going to be 23. Okay, let's go back into desktop mode and let's save our work. Okay, I know it's a lot, but bear with me, we're getting there. Okay, next you want to click on the widgets icon, and this time we're going to drag a button widget right here. Now, of course, you can change the label by what you want and put the right link. Next, you want to make sure that the size is small. And for the icon, let's click on the icon to open the icon library. I'm just going to type right. And I'm going to pick the long arrow, click on insert. I want this arrow to be after the label, and then the icon spacing, I'm just going to type 12. Next, I want to go to the style tab, click on typography. Once again, I'm using Poppins. The size should be 17, the weight should be 500, and the letter spacing should be set to 1. Let me close this. Now for the text color, I'm going to pick the white color. And for the background color, I want it to be transparent, so I'm going to drag the slider all the way to the left. And for the padding, I'm just going to unlink the value so that it's 0 all around. Next, I want to go to the Advanced tab, and where it says Transform, I want to go on Hover. Then where it says Offset, just click on it. And for the Offset X, type 20. So now when we hover over the button, as you can see, we see that animation. Okay, let's save our work. Now, as you can see, when I hover over this column within the inner section, the blue color is visible, but only the button is clickable. So in order to make the whole column clickable, we're going to use the plugin that we previously installed. So let's open the navigator and make sure you have the column within the inner section selected. So let me show you. Column 2, inner section 1, and we have one column. So make sure you select that column. Let me zoom back out. And with that column selected, you want to go to the Style tab. And then where it says EAE wrapper link, you want to enable link. And then you just want to type the link that you want to use. And now both the column and the button are clickable. So you want to replicate this for all other columns. Okay, so now let's save our work. Okay, well done. So now is the time to add our static image and our video. And let's start with the video. So open the navigator and make sure you have the section selected at the top of the structure. Then you want to go to the Style tab, click on Background. And instead of the classic background, you want to click on the video. Now, contrary to the video player where the video was hosted on Vadu TV, for this background video, I'm using a YouTube video that I uploaded. So this is the video, and as you can see, that's the trick. So basically what I should have done is I should have shot the video with the space in mind. I mean, with where I wanted my subject to be in mind. And this is not what happened. I went and shot some videos, and then I wanted to use those videos for the website. So ideally, I should have shot it with that in mind. Now, because I didn't do it, what I had to do now is just edit the video in my software. I'm using Final Cut Pro, but you can use it for free in DaVinci. You can use DaVinci Resolve, which is totally free. And basically, I use an offset of the video just to center my subject where I want it to be. You can see me here on screen, so that's why I re-edited the video. And this one here looks really weird, but bear in mind that in Final website, you only see the right part. And the reason why I did this is because when we're in mobile mode, it was looking a bit weird because there were those black bars and it wasn't looking good. But actually, when it comes to the mobile version, there is another way you can do things. And the solution is simply not to show the video on mobile. And by default, as you can see here, play on mobile is set to off. So let's do it like this. And then you want to select a background fallback image. So let me click on this. And then I'm just going to pick the image that I want to use, which is this one. Click on Insert Media. And because the video doesn't show on mobile, it will show the background fallback image. But don't worry, I will show you both. Okay, so let's save our work. Okay, next you want to close the background subtype, click on background overlay. And then where it says background type, you want to click on the gradient. So for the color, you want to pick any color, just drag the slider all the way to the left so that it's transparent. Location should be 0. Now for the second color, we want to pick the black color. And we make this just so that the text is more readable. So there's a kind of a slight overlay. Now for the opacity, you want to play with the opacity. You can leave it at 0.5, or if it's not enough, of course, you can play with the values within the slider. As you can see, here it's really dark and here it's really non-existent. So 0.5 is the right middle compromise. Okay, next, once again, we want to open the navigator and then we want to select Call 1. And with Call 1 selected, you want to go to Style, click on the background type Classic, then click on Image, and then pick the image that you want to use. I'm going to pick the one I want to use and click on Insert Media. Now for the position, I want to pick bottom center, but it may be different for you depending on your image. Now where it says repeat, you want to select no repeat, and then where it says size, you want to select cover. Okay, looking great. So let's save our work. And now let's refresh our page. And voila, and as you could see really briefly on the right hand side, we could see the fallback image. Then we have our video background looking beautiful. And then we saw the icon arriving here after 4 seconds. So let me refresh one more time. And look on the left hand side where my mouse is. After 4 seconds, we can see the icon dropping down. So let me click on this, and as you can see, it's working fine. So let me click on play, and it plays right away. So looking good. So let's close this and let's take a look at what we've built. This is beautiful. And if we take a look on the tablet, it's working fine. Now, it's a bit more difficult to get the subject in the right spot. Hence why I said it's better to actually shoot with the final product in mind. Now, if we go into mobile mode, as you can see here, we did not activate the option for the video to be visible in mobile mode. So all we see is the fallback image, which is looking great in my opinion. Now, if you want the video, let's go back. Then you want to open the navigator, select our section, go into style, background, and then you want to enable the option. Then click on update. Okay, so now let's go back. Let me refresh. And as you can see, after a couple of seconds, the video is loading. So this is okay, but once again, it's hard to get the subject exactly where I want it for all devices. And then, okay, you see this clip here, it doesn't look really good. So I really had to play within the Final Cut Pro editor, but ideally I would use one section for the desktop, one section for tablet, one for mobile with differently edited videos, but that could be a lot. That could mean a lot more work, and it's not ideal in terms of being efficient and loading the website fast, even though I'm pretty sure that if you use all these tips I give throughout my videos, you can get a pretty fast website. But still, I wanted to show you the potential shortcomings and the potential options. But whether you're using the static image or the video, you're going to get a great looking website for yourself or for your next project. And if you combine this with the beautiful navigation that I told you about, and for which I've already created the tutorial with the link in the description, and if we take a look at what I've also built underneath, so this is the blog, and basically I created a few blogs because I couldn't make up my mind. So eventually I would choose one, but these are various layouts. And then when you click on any of the item, it's going to take you to a custom template page from Elementor Pro. So this is the blog post. So if you want me to teach you how to create this, please let me know in the comments. If enough people want it, I may create it. And if I do, by the time you watch this video, maybe the link will already be in the description below. Now, if you like the branding that I created for this website, well, I created free brand identity guidelines templates that you can download on my website for free. Initially, it was made for Affinity Designer, but you can use it with Adobe Illustrator with a workaround. So if you're interested, just go to ksenia.com/branding and follow the instructions on screen. Now, one more thing that you can do if you want to make this even better is just to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy my work and if you enjoy this video, because it's only going to be a split second for you, but that's going to change so much for my channel. And if you want more web design goodness coming your way, make sure you subscribe and smash the notification bell so that you don't miss anything. Now, I can't wait to see what you're going to come up with. And don't forget, you can also follow the tutorial for the navigation with the angle navicon and the full screen navigation. And if you want me to create a tutorial about the blog and the blog part of this website, please let me know and maybe I'll create one in the future. So I'll see you in the next one. And until then, take care and stay safe.